Hello friends, a very warm welcome to Ansarkari. I am Vikas Bhardwaj. Continuing our understanding of different topics with respect to democracy in a very foundational and basic way without going into deeper details, we are discussing about philosophers' views on participatory democracy in continuation of our previous understanding of the lecture, critiques of participatory democracy. So when we are speaking about participatory democracy, it means citizens are actively involved in decision making, whether it is about feedback to the parliamentary committees, whether it is about RTI, whether it is about public debates, whether it is about communication through social media, participatory democracy. It has got ancient roots, not only just within the Greek democratic norms, but also in India from Vedic Samiti and also later on in Mauryan period and so forth. Participatory democracy becomes more important due to limitations of representative democracy. So Indian way of representative democracy is also having elements of participatory democracy, but philosophers they differ widely on the possibility, risks and benefits of it. My question to you is citizen participation the strength of democracy or its greatest weakness? What do you say? Take a stand. It's very important and then we can discuss further. Plato. Plato, you have to remember that he was seeing participatory democracy as a chaotic and disorderly thing. Chaotic and disorderly, two key words. Why? Because he believed people are irrational. People are not having any knowledge or they are not having the expertise. They don't know what is good for them. That is why he was saying they are only creating chaos. सिर्फ हंगामा मचा सकते हैं, शोर शराबा मचा सकते हैं, and they are creating disorder. He favored the rule by wise and knowledgeable elites, expert groups, knowledgeable people जिन्होंने दुनिया देखी है. So he based on belief in superiority of reason and expertise. Not everybody is supposed to be a leader. So my question is, if most citizens lack expertise, should they still decide that fate of the state? Like in case of India, majority in the beginning when we became republic, the people were mostly illiterate. No expertise, no knowledge, no experience. What is your take? Write your answer. Aristotle was more open than Plato. He believed democracy works only with the participation of all citizens. Success depends upon well-educated and virtuous citizenry. More is the literacy, more is the awareness, more is knowledgeable society, more is ability of people to contribute and thus more successful participatory democracy. Citizens must act in the best interest of the community and thus in the interest of the nation. So do you think education is a very important tool which can transform ordinary citizens into capable decision makers? Is India is on the right path to become a Viksit Bharat? What do you think? Write your answer and create a kind of a wonderful short note. Similarly, Jean-Jacques Rousseau, he strongly advocated direct participation. He believed, unlike Plato, he believed people are naturally good. He believed in the collective will of the people who can serve the best interest of the society. That is why he believed direct democracy can bring a just and equal society. But that is only possible for a small group like, for example, Switzerland. So direct democracy is very much favorable there, but not everywhere in all circumstances. Is the general will always just, or can it silence individual voices? Do you think that when common people, a large group wants something to be done, is it always justified? If there are only few voices who are actually dissenting general will, are they always wrong? What is your opinion? Take an example and write an answer from Indian experience. John Stuart Mill, he supported representative democracy but with maximum participation. All citizens, okay, remember all citizens should have equal opportunity to participate. It leads to more informed and engaged citizenry. More informed and engaged citizenry comes into picture. They can take more nuanced decisions. So what he believed, better participation, better decisions. So these elements are also visible in Indian democracy. So wider participation, that is what he is saying, and it is guaranteeing wiser decisions according to him. How far do you agree? This way you will remember the philosopher's idea also, and your knowledge will also increase. Hannah Arendt, he, the idea was that democracy is not just government, but a way of life. See, Hannah believed it's a way of life, advocated active citizenship, debates, discussions in public life, like the way Western democracy, Western powers showcase. Participation ensures a citizen remains free and equal. It is because of participation. Without engagement, democracy loses meaning. So, how far do you think India is following these ideas? Is freedom possible without active participation in public life? How? How do you justify it? So, please go for both ideas that yes, without active participation, this will happen. With active participation, this will happen. Similarly, Michel Foucault believed in the idea that traditional democracy is not helpful because in traditional democracy, power is concentrated in the hand of elites. He advocated radical democracy, that means equal say for all citizens. But that is also a kind of a theoretical concept. That is why he believed in participatory democracy, which can lead to fair distribution of power. More wider groups can have little bit of distributive justice. That is what India believes in, whether it is subsidies, whether it is free ration, whether it is about school education, whether it is about agriculture. That's what India tried to do. So it mm, Foucault says that there must not be any concentration of power or authority only in few hands. So, can a radical equality means when everybody is, irrespective of their knowledge, their age, their experience, expertise, they are given choice that you have the equality in decision making. Can radical equality in decision making ever be achieved in practice? But is it possible in the practice? When in Kashmir you put RTI, then suddenly bombshell drops and public works department of different zones in Kashmir, they are not able to answer it. They are making phone calls to the families. Ask your children to take back the RTI, which was part of their, you know, uh, classroom exercise as they were law students. You can go and Google this. Amartya Sen believes democracy is just not elections; it is more than elections. Citizens must have an active role in shaping policies. Participatory democracy involves all voices are heard, and the best way to address needs and concerns of all citizens is through active participation, is through discussion, through arguments. So, is democracy meaningful if citizens only vote? If citizens only vote but never deliberate. So, Amartya Sen says deliberation is the key. So, he is saying that only through deliberation democracy can become meaningful, and that is why human development can only take place through active participation. So philosophers' views range from Plato's skepticism to Rousseau's optimism, and there is a common thread that citizen role is central, but the role is contested up to different points and layers, and debate continues. That there is a debate between expertise, that is not everybody is expert, and participation, that means everybody must be allowed to participate, and there must be equality where everybody is allowed to be part of the decision making process getting a chance, or orderly, that means there must be a sense of order. That is why everybody is not capable enough to be part of the same. So in today's world, should democracy move closer to Plato's elite rule or Rousseau's direct participation? This is my question to you, keeping in mind how the India is moving forward and rest of the world. So make your own notes, go through the lecture more than twice, and then try to write the answers and revise them carefully before you attempt them in the examination so as to get success. See you in the next lecture. Thank you very much.